cannot stand the way you look at me. You got me reaching for something more.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I thought I would share another planner that I discovered. I shouldn't say I discovered, but I found while I was in Portland. I did see a Muji planner available a while ago, and when I was in New York, they were sold out. And I just happened to be in Portland this past week for work, and they had them, and I had to pick them up. So I thought I would share what I picked up and the reason why I went to look for these particular planners. I used a Muji planner when I was still living in New York, so it's probably around 2019, 2018. Um, there's several different ones. I didn't pick up all the Muji planners that was available. I just grabbed these two. So this particular one is A5 and this particular one is B6. They also have just a monthly planner. So if you just want the monthly section, it is a much thinner notebook and you can just grab that one, and I think it's like maybe $5 or something. It's really inexpensive. Then they also had one that was like this way and then you open it this way. um that was also available, but I would have no function for it. I also don't know what I'm going to use these for, but I wanted to grab these because I just thought they were very interesting. So if you're a big Muji lover like I am, you would have seen an ad for this particular one. And when I first started using the Muji planners, I believe it was an A6 that I had, and it was like the horizontal, not the vertical. So it was horizontal, so it would have all the dated one on one side and then a blank page on the other side. I didn't pick that one up because I had no plans on using it. So let me just show you these two, and I'll tell you why I thought of grabbing them. Muji, if you're not familiar, is a Japanese lifestyle store. They have anything from stationery to like some snacks to really good house stuff, kitchen stuff. It's and clothing. They overall is like one of my absolute favorite places to go to. Their pens are amazing. I'll also share with you what I actually picked up at Muji that I thought is really cool. Um, but they don't have it in California. When I moved out here in 2019, they did during the pandemic. They closed all their California location, and I think the closest one to me is in Portland. And then the rest is, on the East Coast. I used to have one within walking distance in New York, so I would always go there on the weekend. So I really, really missed it. So these are the two planners. This is the A5, as I mentioned. This is really inexpensive. It is $17.90. That is before tax, of course. And in Portland, there's no tax, so it was $17.90. But it is a really inexpensive planner if you are a planner hopper. You just really need something inexpensive and cheap, and you don't want to spend it on, say, a Hobonichi, which is anything between $40-$50 for A5. So this, I think, is a really, really good alternative. Like I said, it's under 20 bucks. You have a plastic cover. You have this black, I think it's black and craft color that is available. I decided on the black. And what I did like about this was that I thought this layout was very interesting. So you have your 2025 and then you have your 2027 calendar. And obviously you have your 2026. But this kind of opens up. It has like a little flip, I don't know, extender, I don't know. And then you have your whole month on one page, and then you have a blank space, and then you go into your weekly. And this weekly layout is dot grid. I believe they are, I'm trying to think, is it a 4mm dot grid? I think they are. So it's a dot grid if you like dot grid, and then it is just 2 days a page. And I'm sure people can get very creative in using this, but what I wanted to do is probably do like a photo and then like write whatever you want, decoration, and write whatever you want. anyway, that's my intention, but I wanted to get this to share. So this starts in December, and then each month, so after this you have your whole December, then you have this empty space because it doesn't go 1-1, like it doesn't go straight to January. It's very structured, and I like the way that that is. Then you have your December. I don't know what this is, but this actually has like a 3 columns. um like it has like a very distinct dot there that you can actually run a ruler through and have 3 columns. Maybe you could use it as um like a homework or personal, um like a reflection of what happened. I don't know, but I just thought this was very cool. And then you run and go to your January, your blank page, and then your weekly kind of starts there. And it goes on till the end of the month. And then you have your January fly open, and then you have your February, and then it will go pretty much for the rest of the year. And I believe this goes all the way to December 2026. So there really is no extras for January 2027. So they intend for you to just finish this. By then, you would have purchased the 2027 planner or diary, and that's where you'll have your January or whatever for next year or the year after that. This is the part where I'm used to this overview in the front of the page, but this one is at the back. Um, Same thing. I do like the size of the columns or like the writing space, so you can write a little bit more. And then just a handful of dot grid in the back, probably like 10 pages. So it's not super thick. Um, and then you have the rest of this book. I just thought this was really cool. I have no business getting an A5 because I am committed to an A5 Slim, but I just really was fascinated by this layout. So I wanted to get it. And I also really like this. I don't know why, but I really like this. And there's room to write a bunch of stuff. But I'm curious if anybody has picked this layout planner out in the universe to use for 2026. I'm curious what you're planning on using this. If you're using it as like a real planner with agendas and to-dos, or are you going to journal in it? Or are you going to be a creative journal? Like, I don't know. I may use this as my, I don't know, my media journal. It could even be my Turkish series journal. I don't know. We'll see. But I did pick this up because I thought this was very cool, and I haven't seen any planners in 2026 for 2026 from other brands that is like this. So there's that. And then you have your B6. Your B6 is a vertical planner. I actually thought the B6 vertical, I was going to get it in the A5 if they had it, but they didn't. So this was just, this layout is just available for B6, at least for that day. You have your 25, 26, 27 year at a glance. You have your whole 2026 overview. You can use trackers for, I don't know, log your steps, your workouts, public holidays, birthdays, and then it's monthlies, and then it will go to your weeks. So it's all your month, and it starts from December 2026, and it will run all the way through to January 2027. So my only dislike, and you guys know this, is that I like my month and then my week and then my month and then my weeks. But this is how it is. It is a very spacious monthly. If you're a monthly calendar user, you have a lot of space here, and also minimal color. So there's a lot of room for creativity. There is a lot of room for you to keep everything very minimal or decorate for yourself. Um, And then your weeklies, which goes into week 49, it starts December 1st, 2026. I like this because I love time blocks. And another thing I do love about Japanese planners are that anything in the morning, they usually have like a very distinct line here. This one here basically separates the morning or when you have lunch. So 1 o'clock to 9, that's like later in the day. And then this is 8 to 12. And then you have these two other little columns where, or like two space that you can write whatever. You could do your morning workouts, word of the day, whatever you want. And then you have your time block for your schedules and stuff. And I think 9 o'clock is pretty sufficient. I know my Jibun Techo goes all the way to like midnight, but I think 9 is sufficient. And then here you can get creative, whether it's decorative, you could do um, like your recap for the day as well, or you can do your log your meals. You can write them here. But I really, again, really enjoy this because it is such a clean finish. There's just basically gray, and you can get very creative with this if you want. And I really, really like this layout. I also love the size too. So it just runs all the way together. Sorry, I got some stickers from Trader Joe's. Um, all the way through to January 2027. You get the first month up to January 31st, 2027. So the week 4 of 2027. And then it's not dot grid in the back, it is lined. So you can use it as notes, you can use it to write secrets. But it is a pretty stellar planner, honestly. And this one retails for $10.90 USD. And again, it is a really, really good buy for a under $20 planner. You really don't get a lot of planners out there that is that price and this good quality. The paper I've loved. The paper is a really good paper. And honestly, I just love this. This is really functional to me. If I want to plan a hop and I want to just kind of like move out of my Jibun Techo for next year just a little bit, this kind of reminds me of my paper test, the layout. I keep slipping here. This kind of reminds me of my paper test layout, the manager's notebook, the way this is. So I'm very comfortable with this. The only missing is really like that extra blank page in between. But if I ever want to take a break from my Jibun Techo, but I don't want to go big, I could probably just go into this, like a little switcheroo. But other than that, I think this is a very good value planner. It is, like I said, $10.90. And this particular one, the A5, is $17.90. You can get these planners for less than $20, which is amazing. Um, Highly recommend. Paper's great. It comes with a plastic cover. You don't have to go get a plastic cover. You can decorate this with stickers. You can still do a lot of fun things with this. So anyway, that is all. I just thought I would share with you these two Muji planners that I had picked up. I know I've picked up a lot of planners for 2026. I have, I think, Faded Chronicles coming, and I'm going to pick up my Take a Note, and I'll do another video on those when they arrive. But I will also then share with you what I plan on using for 2026. But I think I've shared that before, which really was the Jibun Techo. So anyway, with that due, I will go grab the rest of my stuff that I picked up at Muji. So I thought I would share with you what my haul looks like. So here's what I picked up at Muji and Portland. Like I mentioned, they are more like a lifestyle store. So they have stationaries, they have home goods, they have plates, silverware, anything. I didn't pick up a lot of stuff. I didn't want to show you what I actually picked up for like a holiday Friendsgiving kind of swap. So you won't see that. Anyway, first thing I did was I picked up my candy yuzu. This is my favorite candy. I think it is like $2 or something. And it is a hot candy. I love yuzu. So I got this one. It's always good for me to throw it in my bag. I bought a pair of these socks, no show socks, when I was in New York, and I really like them. So these are like $4.90 a pair. So I thought they were pretty cool. They do last a lot longer than others, and this actually have that little rubber thing in the back as well. Can't really go there without picking up pens. I did pick up one of these, but they were brown, and I've been looking for brown ones for a while. And this is the gel ink ballpoint pen in the 0.5. And another thing I love about Muji pens is that most of them, I would say 90% of them, you can get refills. So it's not a waste. So if you like finish the purple one, but you want to go back to a basic black, you can just pick up a black refill and just change it out so you don't have to buy a whole new pen. So there's this is a multicolored pens that I got, and they write really, really, really well. This is a box of 0.5 pens. They are so good. I love these so much. So I got a box of these, and I just realized I also got this little tape dispenser, and I went ahead and put this really cute Christmas tape on. And yeah, this was the first time I saw this one. When I was in New York, I didn't see this, so I didn't pick it up, but I really wanted a smaller tape dispenser, and this was just perfect, and it fits like washi tape, which is exactly what I wanted. So anyway, not a huge haul, but I got what I wanted. Oh, I did get a couple of bags of chips, but that's pretty much it, and those didn't really last. They were in my belly way before. Anyway, that's it. That's all the stuff that I picked up at Muji, and I will see you guys on the next video.